All right, what's up, guys? Today is May the 2nd, 2024. All right, let me see. Oh yeah, we got it going. Let's see. Hopefully everything is right. Image, yes, it's right. Okay. All right. So today is May the 2nd. Today I'm just gonna go over the a few things that I learned today. This will be good. This will be good. All right, so first things first is just a review of the chart today and what my scripts did. And again, this is a script that I put together about 2 weeks ago, and I've been very impressed ever since. I've been very impressed with how it's been performing. So I'm so impressed with how it's performing that I pretty much have stopped writing new scripts. But I feel like I've been just in pursuit of this holy grail the whole time anyway, and I feel like I've found something that's really good. It's not perfect, but it's really good. So anyway, this is what it did today. So the red dots and the blue dots. The blue dots is go long, the red dot is go short. So I think you can see here the first part of the day we didn't get any signals. The second part of the day, this blue dot here to go long, I actually got in on this. I think I got in somewhere up here. I added right around here, and then when it moved up, you know, on the prop firm accounts that I have, you know, this little move. Plus I had made a little bit first thing this morning, but I was able to max out on my accounts, which most of the time I max out in the wrong direction. So today was good. All right, here was the indication go short, and then here was the indication go long. I mean, nice move here, go long. That would have been a very nice one with little risk on it. Go long, great. Go long, great. And then go short here. I mean, this indicator really hit all the marks today. So triangle, take that off. Let's go over to, like I said, I'm gonna try to make all this painless today. Now this is something that I never use. But I'm gonna start using it, because if you go to Trade Today, so you go to apps and then you go to, no. I don't have mine under apps. I don't know if you can get it under apps, but under view, you go to, no, maybe it was apps. And there it just did the same thing. There we go. All right, so apps, it's the thing, it's TradeStation Today. Where is it at? This is how you know I'm telling the truth, that I don't use it, because I can't even find it again. There it is. Yeah, so I'm not sure why it's not down here, like with the rest of the apps. But if you go to apps, then it's at the top, TS Today, TradeStation Today. So it gives you some news of what's happening. So some more recent news, if anything unusual is happening. So that's cool. It's got events on the side, which is technically what I was looking for, to see if there's any TradeStation Easy Language events going on. And then it's got some of your different workspaces on the side down here. One of the things that it had was what's new. And this is more so what I'm talking about. If you click on what's new, it'll show you what's new, like for the most recent update or that kind of thing. So you can look at the update, the prior updates, and then you can make sure that you haven't missed anything. So this was actually helpful to me. I'm not sure when this TradeStation update 77 came out, But somewhere along the way, they decided that they were going to allow you to have triangles. So introducing the new triangle drawing tool, and they also have an area for a style, an area chart type. So those are two things that I saw that I noticed it was pretty interesting to me. You can also, for easy language, you can use get account ID, usable for the radar screen. I haven't got that far yet, but so you can just kind of scroll through and see all the little things that have been updated. Default colors for hollow close, line on close, and dot on close charts have been updated. So it'll just show you, you know, what's happening with all the updates. Update 76, where they added masking in. Update 75. I didn't go through all of 75. Looks like there's not much in 75 that was added anyway. Turn analysis on copy pasting in application window. The format of the source is applied to the copy pasted. Okay. ECM book data can be accessed. Okay. So anyway, check TradeStation today. And as I understand, also sometimes they'll put news information in here. Like if TradeStation expects a lot of volatility or something like that, they will put here that, you know, so for like futures, that the margin rate is changed one way or the other. So a lot of information here. Let's see. When I click on Learn and Events, it takes me to a you know, TradeStation webpage. So not much else going on there. But like I said, I was really featured video. Maybe I'll take the time one day to go through these videos. Yeah, I think I will. Okay. Feature video. Okay, so that's about it with that. Let's go back to our chart. And again, now you can add triangles. They didn't have triangles before. And I think I did a live earlier today or yesterday where I was talking about the different types of objects. And, you know, and I said that you had a horizontal line, vertical line, rectangle, ellipse. And then I said triangle, and I was like, no, we don't have triangles. But now we do. So this is fairly recent. So the script that I put together just a little bit ago, I did make a script to draw triangles. You saw that here. So if anybody that's interested in triangles, I don't use triangles. Well, TradeStation hasn't had triangles before. I don't know if TD Ameritrade, Schwab has triangles or not. But up until now, there hasn't been triangles on TradeStation. I don't know about TradingView and some of the others. So I'm not accustomed to using triangles for my chart analysis. So I don't know how to use, well, and I haven't noticed any patterns necessarily that present with them either, right? So you might find a pattern that moves up into like a bull flag or something like that, like this guy here. So I don't even have one on the side for it just yet. But if you right click in here, go to drawing, go to triangle, you might do one here, boom, and boom, and say that's like a flag or something. I don't know. But let's get all that off the screen, and then I'm just going to show you really quickly because I did take a few minutes to make triangles in the program. So I'm just going to take a few minutes to complete one of those, and I'm going to try not to make it too complicated. The one that I made earlier today, I made it too complicated, and it like took forever. So let's make one. And I'm not necessarily making it usable, user-friendly, or functional. I'm just making one, okay? All right, so here we go. All right, so for the triangle, what would be the purpose? What would be the purpose? Like I said, just trying to find something to make it useful. Let's do this. Let's say if the high crosses, I'm looking at this area right here. I'm looking at Ooh, that would be a good one. I think. I mean, but again, I don't necessarily know what the purpose would be, unless you can draw the triangle and then you can look at the lengths of the sides and use the lengths of the sides to construct something specific. All right, hang tight. Had a call. You know, people did. I know. I was once that investor that was trying to buy properties, so I get it. But you get calls all the time trying to buy your properties. All right, EL system dot. We don't necessarily need collections. I'm gonna put it, but we do need EL system. Come on, EL system dot drawing, and then using EL. Now, let me tell you guys something. Let me tell you guys something real quick. You guys may not know this about me, but I am a people person. I will talk to anybody, and my wife and my daughter would tell you that, especially if somebody has a nice car. And it's not just nice car. It's just that I'm interested in cars, and that's something to talk about. And otherwise, if somebody's wearing a nice pair of pants and you're like, oh man, those are Gucci Versace, let me talk to them about that. That might be you. I'm not into clothes like that, so you know, that wouldn't be a reason for me to strike a conversation. But a car is. I met a guy today, really nice guy. A people person, person. He was a guy. He was a nice guy. We were going into a mutual store, and then on the way out, I was passing him, and I said, "Hey man, I'll trade you cars." And he said, "Let's do it." And I said, I forget what I said, but I said, "I'll be out in 5 minutes." Well, would you know that we had a good conversation, but he took me for a test drive. Well, I didn't get to drive, but I got to ride, and that was fine. I think it was an RS7. Now, in my pursuit of stocks and finding my rhythm and programming and everything like that, I've been looking for motivation, and I've been interested in the Porsche 911 here recently, and after going and riding in the Porsche at the dealership, I thought it was nice. You know, I was still interested, but I also looked at like the Audi, and this guy had the Audi, and he took me around in that Audi, and it was quite a bit more exhilarating than that Porsche. And I just said that to say, it's still some good people out here. It's still some good people in the world that you can strike up a conversation with, that you can, engage with, that have interests just like you do. So, and I know the world is also a scary place, but keep an open mind. I'll just say that. Keep an open mind. My mind is always open, so I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to whoever does not have an open mind. All right. So let me move on. But if you're watching, hey, I appreciate you, because that was that let me know also that this world is all right. We're gonna be all right. Look at that move. That's all right there. Okay, so let's get back to the triangle. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start triangle, And because triangle is just going to be like anything else, you know, like rectangle or like horizontal line, anything else, it's just going to start off with triangle. And then we're going to make it called try. We'll put that there. I imagine that we'll need to look at the span at some point. So we're going to have a variable called span, and then maybe we'll count the times that the condition has been met. So we will have one called count, and then we'll do that. And then we'll come down here and let's see. So what I'm thinking is we'll do something like when the high crosses over the 9 with high volume. The high crosses over the 9 with high volume. Yep. We will use the low of that. We're just coming up with a random triangle. Like I said, I don't have any business using the triangle, but you might. So we'll say when the high crosses over the 9, we're going to use that as our condition. Okay, so we're going to say all right, let's see. So if high crosses over XA9, then condition 1 equals true, else condition 1 equals false. All right, and so also we want to do a couple things. When it crosses, we also need to start the count. So condition 1, 9, and then we're going to say that count plus equals 1. All right, so we're counting the number of iterations that has happened, and then we're going to go in there. All right. Let's see. Next, we will so we have our first iteration and then our second iteration. We can't use. I wonder, can we use this like this? No, I didn't think so. I've never tried it like this, but nah, can't do it. Let's see, maybe. Count. We already have count. Let's take this away. Okay, so I've never tried, because typically what you want to do is, like, you want to say if high crosses over XA9, then condition 1, else condition 1 equals false, right? So instead of having it up there, I just put if true, then condition 1 equals true. All right, so I put it down there. So hopefully that will work out. All right, so let's do this. We're going to plot 1, and then we'll do the low. We're going to make it green so it's not messing up our other indicators on the chart. All right, so verified that. Now come over here. We're going to pull it up, TS triangle right there. Okay. All right, now we need to move it up to the top axis, and then the style will be not a line, not a histogram, but it'll be a point. Make it a little bit bigger. Hit that. Okay, so you see these green dots here? So those green dots are when the 9 crosses over the exponential 9 moving, excuse me, when the high crosses over the 9 exponential moving average. Okay. And actually, every time the 9 crosses over the 9, shucks, every time the high crosses over the 9 exponential moving average, looks like a decent time to enter too, though. At least on today. It didn't work there at the end, but interesting. Okay, well, I'll keep that in mind. I will keep that in mind. All right, so what I'm going to do then is we'll just use that. We'll just use that as our criteria. We won't look at the volume being over, a certain level or anything like that. So we just use that. Okay, so now we need to figure out how we're going to draw our triangle. So just like with any other object, you need to at least at the beginning bring it onto the chart by saying once try equals new triangle. Okay, and then so count plus equals 1 there, and then we need to also start the span. So we'll say span the distance between the two occurrences. We need to say span equals, I think we're going to say 0. And then down here we'll say if span is greater than or equal to, now we need to say if span is 1, yeah, that's fine. If span is greater than or equal to 1, well, actually we don't need to do that at all. We just say span plus equal to 1. So span is just going to continue to count all the time. It's just that when we get here, we're going to reset it. Okay. All right. So pi crosses over 9. Then so now we need to find our points. So once the high crosses over, that's going to reset your count of your span, and it's going to add 1 to your count. So the span, the distance between the two, yeah, okay, it'll just be span. All right, so let's try this. So now we'll say if count is greater than count of a bar ago, then and span is greater than, span of a bar ago is greater than 1, then begin. Okay, and what are we going to begin? We're going to do try equals triangle dot create. So we need 3 points. So if you go down, you can see that for the first vertex, second vertex, third vertex, 3 points. And I mean, it's a triangle, so it doesn't really matter where the points are. You just need 3 points. All right, so we're going to use the bar number point. Bn point dot create. The first one is going to be, so what bar number is going to be bar number plus max bars back minus 1 minus the span of a bar ago. Sorry. All right, and then the location is going to be, we want to say the low. Since we're looking for the stock to move up, we're going to say the low of how many bars ago, span of 1 bars ago. Okay, and then so now we have the next bn point dot create. The next one, we're going to make it so we have the first one there, and then we have, this is going to be our second vertex. Okay, so it's going to be the current bar that we're at, which is going to be bar number plus max bars back minus 1. So that's our current bar, and then we're going to say the low of that current bar. Okay, and then the third one, bn point dot create bar number plus max bars back. And now for this one, we're going to look for this high here. So we'll say what is the highest point between these two. So we need to say max bars back to get how many bars ago that was. We're gonna have to be creative. We're gonna have to say, is there a highest bar? Highest Yeah, highest bar of what? Price and the length. The price is going to be the high. And how many bars back are we looking? Span bars back, but span of 1 ago, remember? Because as soon as we get here, we reset the span to 1. So we need to find out what the span was 1 bar ago before it was reset. Okay, so span of 1 bar ago, so that's going to give us the number of bars ago that we had that highest point. So that needs to be equal to something. We'll just make it equal to value 1, which is already a TradeStation reserved word, which we don't need to declare. So bnPoint.create bar number plus max bars back. So that's got to be -1, and then also minus how many ever bars ago that happened, which was what? Value 1. Okay, and then now we need the price level, so we're going to look for the high there. The price level of what? Of which bar? How many bars ago? Well, value 1. Okay, close that. There's that. And I think we need one more. Yes, one more parentheses. Okay. All right, and then end. I think that's it. I think that's it. What's the chances that we'll get no errors here? Slim. Yes, we got 1 error. All right. So bnPoint.create. Okay, so we close this parentheses too early. Take that, and now this needs to be here. And oh, took away too much. Okay, good. I mean, so far that's what? That's great. I only got those few errors. Okay, however, we're not seeing any triangles being drawn. So, oh, okay. Well, after we defined the triangle, we defined it there with try equals triangle.create. We defined it there. Now we just need to add it to the chart. So drawing objects.add try. Man, got it. I mean, only with a couple errors. That is awesome. Okay, so you saw essentially what we did, right? We found where the bar crossed over the 9. We took the low of that, and then the next time the bar crossed over the 9, we took the low of that, and then we just found out what the high is between these 2 points, and then we drew a triangle. I mean, again, I don't know if that's useful to you. It may be, it may not be, but if it is, that's how you do it. If it's not, then, I mean, you know, what do you expect? I mean, I won't even say it looks pretty, but I'm just trying to figure how can I use that? How can I use that? I can use trend lines much more than I can use that. But because maybe one might say, I don't know. One might say, all right, well, once you get this triangle, how many ever times the candles were above this final line, you can use that to give you some kind of insight into the next move. I don't know. If you guys have any ideas to figure out how to use that, you know, by all means, put them in the chat, put them in the comments, hop over to Discord and share your ideas with me there, and maybe we'll try to put together a script that encompasses that, and then we can all make money. All right. The only other thing that I noticed today, just on the chart, was if you zoom out here, you'll see that this indicator that I have here is just something I put together the other day. It's nothing super fancy or anything like that. When the price drops under the 9-period moving average and it's a swing low of at least 3 bars, 1, 2, 3 bars, right? We're getting a peak there. That peak is the distance of this low to the 9-period moving average. When you get this peak here, when you get this this swing low, this distance from the low to the 9-period moving average, that's this value here, right? So if you notice, you got these small ones here. You got these small ones. And now this is an absolute value as well. I thought about changing it to, to just the regular, to an integer, a positive and negative integer. But you see how the price goes up above the 9-period moving average here? Well, this here is reflected here. So it's just a value. It's absolute value above or below. And I think I was going to do it that way so I could do like a moving average through all these points. But I decided not to do the moving average. But so maybe I'll allow for these values that are less than the 9 moving average to be negative and the other ones to be positive. But what you see here, like I said, you get these small ones here. But when you get these larger ones at like all these levels through here, these larger ones seem to move the chart. So this larger one here, that was a swing low, it moved it. These in through here, not as much. This one here, a little bit larger, it moved the chart up. This one here, a little bit larger, it moved the chart up. This one here, a little bit larger, it moved the chart up. These in through here, and again, those are the positive ones, but not so much. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and edit that now and see what we get. Because maybe it is valuable. Okay, so this is the script that I put together. Swing distance from 9 to EMA. Tote over vhold.count. Well, this is the average. This is the moving average. If what's in the count is greater than 0. Okay, so every time that we get a new distance, I'm then calculating the moving average. So it's not given a constant value with every candle, because every candle isn't relevant. Every candle is not a swing high. So this is the moving average of the swing highs. So that moving average would look something like that. Boom, 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 boom. Actually, how can I make that? I just need to not make it equal to 0, and then I could connect the dots. So if vhold.count is greater than 0, then count else VAVG is equal to 3. What? Equal to 3? Well, it's not plotting 3. Plotting 1.39. Huh. If the count is greater than 0, then okay, gotcha. So essentially, it should always have a value, except for maybe at the very beginning of the chart, it'll say 3. Yeah, at the very beginning of the chart, it'll say 3. I don't know why I did that, but I'll leave it. So if that number is 1.39, 1.39, that's a steady 1.39, huh? Is 1.39 through this day as well? 1.39, 1.39. Okay. Maybe I'll leave this alone for the time being. Because what I was thinking about doing was just saying plot it if it's not 1.39, right? So if VAVG is not equal to 1.39, then plot it, right? So then you get something like, well, the problem is it might be 1.39 in some decimal places. See how that's saying 1.39? But let's do this. Let's say if it's less than 1.4, or if it's greater than 1.4, then we're going to plot it. Okay. Disappeared. No worries. Let's go up here. Go to this. We're going to go to the swing, and then we're going to change it. Instead of a line, well, yeah, I guess I want it. No, don't want it to be a line. Maybe I do. Let's go with point first. We're gonna unclick that. Go to scaling. Not in the subgraph. It's gonna have its own scaling. Okay, that. All right, see what we have now. All right, so let's see if we make that a line. There we go. Okay, so now it doesn't have the low. Just zip back down to 0 every time, or 1.39 every time. Let's see, is it any more useful now than it was before? I mean, I see it trying to do something. Yeah, I'm still not convinced though. I am not convinced. Because by the time this comes down, the move is already made. So it comes up here, you say, oh, it might be time to get in, but I don't know how much higher it's going to come, so let me wait. And then it starts going down. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. All right, so I'm gonna just leave that one. Leave that one how it is. Let's see. I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. All right, let me get this triangle stuff off my chart because I'm going to end up trying to trade off of it, and it's not going to serve me well. All right, but I will be looking today, tomorrow. I won't be trading tomorrow. I won't be on the charts tomorrow, but I will be looking at some new indicator for trend lines. I'll definitely be looking at that over the next couple of days. Okay, all right. I'm Eric. I'm out. I'm tired. I am tired. I'll tell you that. But yeah, I'm out. Peace.